That's gonna stress me out because it's crooked. Woo-saw, woo-saw. It's a Terrence kind of thing. You guys, come on in here. Let's talk. How's everybody doing? How is everybody? Like I'm moving everything. Hello. Maybe I can say it like this. Turn this way. Yeah, this is better. Whew. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Excuse me. I'm gonna clean up my condo today. I mean, not that it's crazy messy, but you know, wash my head. Hey, Zadro, VB, hello. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate that. Preppy for Life says hello. Hello, Preppy for Life. Zandro VB said, I'm from South Africa. Really? Wow, awesome. That's cool. South Africa is awesome. Fareha said, Sydney. Fareha Sikwi. Hello. Jay Jadino, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you? You guys, double tap the screen. More thumbs up. Come on. Thumbs up the video. Thumbs up the live stream, I should say. How many of you are MAGA supporters? Anybody, even if you're out of the country, would you want America to be made great again? Pour one out, big dog. You from India? Wow, I love India. I love the way like Indians dress. I think it's so awesome. Like the men and the women. I think they dress, the colors are just so, they're eclectic. They're amazing. I love it. You're so innocent. Thank you so much. I like you. I appreciate you. HLO little boy. What are you saying hello, little boy? I'm outside your house. Colleen, please don't scare me. Please. Because I saw somebody. Were you the one that was behind the tree? Behind the palm tree? Oh my God. Because I was like, this person is like not moving. So maybe that's you, right? You're outside my house. Oh my gosh. You said, yes, I love your vibe. Thank you so much. I love your vibe. I love positivity. Positivity makes the dream work. But I'm so serious, you guys. Like I'm someone who I want to make America great again. Okay, so you guys that's out of the country, how would you rate your country? Do you think your country's great? Do you think your country can improve? Do you think your country's bad? I mean, I'm not trying to diss America, which is my country, but I think that we can be a lot better. We can be great again. Okay, we can be great again. I know some people say, why are you saying this? You're dissing Americans. No, I'm not dissing Americans. All I'm saying is we can be great again, and that is what President Trump is doing. You said make America Fan Fan Dabby Doso again. Reek, is it? Is it Reek? Daniel Phillips. Hi, you from India? I love, let me say, India is in the house. Thank y'all for coming in. You said I'm from Libya. So Libya. So is that Libya? Like is that so that's like your town with in the country? Or I'm confused. But thank you so much. Rizzler is GOAT. 128 nothing said hi. Hello. Hello, everybody coming in for Reha Sid City Queen. Have you tried Indian food? Yes! Yes, I have. I tried Indian food. So look, I'm sorry. I don't even know some American dishes, and I'm American, but I know that it's like is it a curry? Is it curry? It's so good. I tried it when I went to California. In California, I work with a plethora of different, ethnicities: Filipino, Indian, Asian, obviously Black, African, like so many different people. So I tried all of these foods, and yeah, I definitely have tried it. And I had it with like it's like a pita bread. It's like a curry or whatever. It's like brown and mushy and the spice. It's just it's like different spices and it smells amazing and it lingers. The smell does linger, but it's good. XX, you said is Jesus here? Jesus is always here. Well, he's always here in my condo. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. That's how I look at it. Can't barge the forage, huh? Mr. Matt V said, "Do you want to be my girlfriend? Then you should go to and go to the. I don't know what you're talking about. Colleen, I so by now I've realized that Colleen, is it? You're outside my house. Um, do you want to come in? Because it's kind of hot out there. Oh, excuse me. Um, bro, do you watch UFC? Like, is that the ultimate fighting or something? I've watched it. Yeah. I had a roommate when I lived in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I worked in Tampa, and her her cousin, I'm sorry, her nephew is a professional fighter, if I'm not mistaken. I think is that the UFC is the fighting, right? Um, the Pike Syndicate said, "Yeah, it was you. It was us." Colleen, I'm watching through your window right now. Oh my gosh, you guys are scaring me. Little boy, you talking back to me, huh? Derek, why are you calling me little boy? Why you gotta be so aggressive? Jesus is not. Daniel Phipps says Jesus is not here. Jesus is here. Jesus is here, and He's in my heart. The Pike Syndicate said, Colleen, I can see Nigel in your closet. Who is Nigel? Is it somebody I should know? I'm kind of concerned. Make Britain great again. Hey, I'm all for that. I feel like all the countries should be great. I wish the world can just come together. I wish the world can come together, and I think that we would be so much better. The world could come together. It would be so much better. It would be such an amazing world, right? Amazing universe. You said 100 out of 10. Perfect. 9 out of 10. God bless the King. Amen. Oh Lord, I got a comment hell for review. Who's putting something? Colleen said, I have a gun. I do too. I'm probably gonna get another one too. I want to go to the shooting range. Day Gamer Edit says, make Britain great again. I know that's right. Twilight Ghosty said, you're cool. You're cool too, Twilight Ghosty. You're cool too. The Pike Syndicate said, long live the king. Amen. Bleed, B. Lee Bob, brother, cheers from the Netherlands. You want to visit Amsterdam once? I think I would love that. I think that'd be so cool. Jadine Ho said, I love USA." Oh, thank you so much. I love USA too. The Pike Syndicate said, two-tier care. Little boy, you need some discipline. Why, Derek? Why are you so damn mean? Do you have to be mean? I just came on live to say hello and hopefully meet some new awesome supporters and just talk about making America great again and being a conservative and being Republican and representing, in my opinion, um, a party that's absolutely incredible. That's all I'm doing. I don't think I need discipline. Um, Punja said, "Bro, I'm a footballer." So footballer meaning like football or actually like you talking about soccer or or football? Because soccer is also called football. M2 said, "Howdy, thought I'd stop by for a bit." Please stop by for a bit and give it a thumbs up if you can. There's always room for improvement. XX, I like your mindset. I'm not even kidding. I was just I came back to the condo. I had played tennis for like 3 hours a day, and I'm telling you, I'm like, oh, I took a quick shower, and I'm just like, I'm a little sore. But I wanted to come on live, and I wanted to talk about this. But you're absolutely right. I feel like there's always room for improvement. Um, I'm gonna say XX triple I 17. You are absolutely correct, and I appreciate you for saying that. Ekrim. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yes, ooh, can do it. Live, laugh, love. I love that, Rick. I love that. I love that. Stanley Video said, "Old English or still reserve." What? I don't know. What is that? Is that like a? Is that liquor? Isn't it? Is that liquor or isn't it alcohol or something like that? No matter what side you're on, there's always room for improvement. XX, yo, I appreciate your positivity and just your mindset. I think is amazing. The Pike Syndicate said, "Colleen, can you riz me?" What does rizzing mean, y'all? What does riz mean? Cause I'm an uncle. Okay, I'm about to be 39 years old next month, and I don't know what the hell these words mean. I don't know. I don't know what it means. Uncle Lean said, "Don't look outside. It's beautiful outside. I just came from outside. I told you I saw your ass behind that damn palm tree. I saw you behind that palm tree." The Pike Syndicate said, "Eyes, face, red, droopy eyes." What is that? Why are you spamming the chat with that? That's kind of weird. Um, Colleen said, "Are you sweet? Because I can already taste you." What the? I don't know how to answer that. So I like to say, "You cool, bro. Like your vibe." Thank you. I like your vibe too. Seriously. The Empire Takeover. Have you watched Bofa yet? What is Bofa? Hey, the Nothing Killer. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Derek Belt. Hmm? You gonna whoop me with a belt? Oh Lord. Well, at least you ain't gonna. Yeah, at least you ain't telling me like my mama said. Boy, go outside, pick you out a switch. We had to do that when we were little. We picked our switches out. People saw my, "Oh, that's child abuse." It was not child abuse. It was discipline. It was discipline. And nowadays, everything is child abuse. Go look outside. I'm sitting down now. I'm tired. Look, I can do this here. Like those are my blinds there. Like my behind it is like the slide door to the balcony, and I don't feel like going out there. And plus, you kind of got me scared. White Devil 777. I like the 777. I think that's very lucky. Says hi, how are you? I'm doing very well. How are you? How are you, White Devil 777? Shout out to all you guys in the chat. W's for all of you guys. Fancy says, where are you from, man? I'm from the US of A. The US of A. And we are gonna make America great again, okay? All right. Doja Cat shows off her favorite 80. What the hell? Doja Cat. What do you look for in a man? Drew P. Balls, what kind of question is that? Are you trying to make like a gay joke or something, whatever? But I can tell you this much: what I look for in a man, and what I look for in a woman, or what I look for in people, is respect. That's what I can tell you, and that's what it seems like you don't have. So you need to take some soap and wash your mouth out. Okay, that's what you need to do. You want some soap? Because I just got 2 bars of soap. But I just bought 2 black bars of soap, and you can't have that because them damn bars of soap cost me $12 a piece. I have a weep. Colleen, do you mean a weapon? I mean, because you, how y'all trolling don't know how to spell shit. Jimmy says you're devoid of intellect. You have no substance. Find something else to do. Well, that hurts my feelings. Jimmy, Jimmy, that was very unnecessary, Jimmy. Very unnecessary to say something so horrible. Where are you from, bro? I am from the US of A. Fahad said BTS, BTS. What does that mean? Isaac says Ultimate Fighting Championships. I'm telling you, I have watched UFC, and my old roommate, I'm telling you, her nephew is a professional UFC fighter. Like he literally fights with like on the TV, like on the TV. He's been televised and he's won and he's lost and he fights. The nothing killer said he said like shit. Did y'all notice that? Colleen said, Colleen said, come out in 20 seconds or else. Or else what? Please. Please don't do this. Please. I beg of thee. Why do you keep hating on me? Andrew, nah, I'm not hating on you. It's you guys hating on me and people calling me a sellout. That's what it is. Do you believe you're Jesus? I am not Jesus. I am of him. Okay. I am of him. Absolutely. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Jimmy, you said you're Jesus. I don't think so, Jimmy. I think you are of him, but you are not Jesus, Jimmy. You are not Jimmy. You're Jimmy. You're not Jesus. You're the other J. You got your J's confused. Unless you mean Jesus. Are you talking about Jesus? Maybe you're talking about Jesus, because I know you ain't talking about Jesus Christ. Colleen said, little boy. Demetrius Carlos, what do you mean by the world coming together? I mean all different countries, literally coming together. Like when I'm telling you, I'm talking about like world peace. You know the stuff that MJ sung about, because it ain't. This is people. People. Let me. I'm being so serious right now. People are so mad about President Trump speaking with Putin and all these other people and this and that and different, different world leaders. It's important, you guys. It's important. Why can't we all be great? Here on social media, we always say, and let me just speak for YouTube. Oh, YouTube is big. It's big. Yeah, you got Mr. Beast, you got Casanet, you have I Show Speed, you have some of the most biggest names in this industry, meaning on within social media. But you guys, did I say Mr. Beast as well? This is interesting, even like with myself and with all of my fellow awesome supporters who have reached 100K or more, right, far as success. Peace McIntyre, Chelsea Lynn, Kick with the Rooks, the Empire. I mean, it's just so many awesome channels that are doing such great things, and we're all doing such great things on this application, meaning that the pie is big enough. It's big enough for everybody to be great and to come together and be as one. And I know that may sound cliche, but I'm being serious. Why can't, okay, you got the beef sectors, you got slot channels, you have the lifestyle community, like I would consider mine. You have like just to the point like health related and just so many different like variations and what do you call it, like niches or whatever here on YouTube. But everybody can get a piece of the damn freaking pie. Meaning, why can't the world do that? I want to make America great again. You got people here saying make Britain great again. You can make. I want every country. See, I think we think and I'm just speaking for me. I used to be like this as as an American born citizen. I felt like as though it just should be us being great. And you've talked about all these things like, oh, we're a first world country. You have second world country, third world country. You have countries that are just like going through so much right now. But I want them to be great. I don't want you got countries that kids are being starved in their country. Like they're starving themselves. They're eating their own feces. I'm not even trying to be disgusting, but I'm being so serious. Like, do you understand that? Like, so why can't we all come together? But folks want to just hate on President Trump because he actually wanted to be supportive of even like more countries. And by doing that, I feel like he automatically makes us better. How many countries are doing that? And so I mean, maybe some of you guys don't understand or whatever the case may be. And I'm not trying to say that you're not smart. It's just maybe you just don't care to like understand what I'm saying. But I'm being so serious. It's very important. It's very important for us all to come together. You guys, we're at war, right? We're constantly at war. I absolutely believe in our military. I thank God for our military. We can't do the things that we're doing without our military. And I'm speaking for the USA, my country. But at the same time, I feel like we would always, in a sense, need government, need the military. But why can't we all come together? Why is there war? Why is there so much hate? Why is there so much violence? Why is there so much violence? Let's just come on here. Let's just have fun. Let's be positive. Let's help each other. Like, why is that so hard? Seriously. no one should be poor. No one should, be without. Now here's the deal. Now I'm not saying that you just have your hand out, you should be given everything, because y'all know I'm conservative. You need to work for it. Now for those people, be it in this country or outside of the country, if you know you're if you're not, financially stable or whatever the case may be, or if you're in a certain situation. Now you have people who have put themselves in that situation. Some people, like some of the kids that are different countries and stuff, they're born into that, and those kids shouldn't, like, it should be like an abomination. It shouldn't be they have to go to work to find, to feed themselves or whatever the case may be. No, like, it should be resources put into place. And even from our country, people say, "Oh, he keeps giving," like President Trump, he keeps giving money. Well, that's why he's giving, because I think it's important to bring different countries together, and we all, literally all the world leaders, like, they're all up in a, everybody want to do this and do this. Comparison is the devil. I didn't believe that at first, but I now believe it. Comparison is the devil. Like I said, like, even like, okay, Peach McIntyre, you have amazing YouTube. You have amazing people here on YouTube, but also on other platforms. But I don't want to be compared to anybody. I just want to collectively. I want us, like, to, like, it's Gamers World says it. We're collectively a community. I'm sorry, a community. We're a community. We're a collaboration of communities, and that's beautiful. Like, there's no, like, you're not better than me. I'm not better than you. It doesn't matter if you have 100,000, or if you have 50,000 or 5,000, whatever the case may be. We all are equal, and I feel like we should want that for the entire world. And I'm, not just country, but I know some people don't like that. They probably like leaving out, like, okay, this dude is crazy. Like, he's speaking on some weird type shit. But it's like, I'm telling you, I think that that's going to make a huge difference. And I know for a fact that's what our president is trying to do. People, like, they're upset because there are some things that's being implemented, and he's aggressively doing it as he needs to. You need an aggressor in that. You need an aggressor in that White House, not just some pushover, in my opinion. But that's what I mean. Everyone is going to hell. Jimmy, no, don't you say that. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Okay, that's not okay. Don't do that. I don't even want you going to hell. Don't do that. Jimmy, and Jesus is cleaning yards. um Colleen said biatch, or is that beach? BICH? What does that mean? Coco said hi, hi, hey Coco. I said hi, hey. I'm so country. The nothing killer, you laughing at me? Demetrius says Mr. Potato Head looking. You know what? I've gotten Mr. Potato Head a whole lot, and I love my potato head. Okay, it's okay to have a potato head. I don't know why y'all want to be so mean and rude to me. What is the why do that? What are y'all gaining by coming in and being so mean and rude? Seriously, I'm trying to sit up here. I'm American made, and I'm trying to come on here and preach and and seriously, and preach and try to be positive and bring different communities together, and us love each other and support each other. And you got people coming in talking about something. You look like you Mr. Potato Head looking MF. Demetrius Cromwell, why would you want to say something like that? Why are you doing that? Ask yourself why. Ask yourself right now, why? Did you ask yourself? Ask yourself, why am I doing this? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can just come in, you can be polite. Be polite, be kind. I'm not trying to say we got to be friends and all that, because let me tell you, I was I told y'all, if y'all came into the other live streams, had a meeting with management. I told flat out, straight out. I said, those are not my friends out there. But do I hate those people? Hell no. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I put this on my community post. I'm just done. I'm done with all the negativity. I'm telling you guys, I'm done with it. It's draining. It's draining. I've never trolled people. I don't troll people. And it's like, it's folks that's trolling me and then they want to be nice, but then they still trolling and they think that I'm crazy and stuff. I'm not crazy. I'm very aware that you're still trolling me. I see you. I got 1520. I got 1520 in both of my eyes. I see you trolling me. And I'm not crazy. And I will not. Let me tell you, you might think that I'm being funny and stuff right now, but I'm not. I'm not dumb. I'm not dumb. Jimmy is short for Jesus. Everyone called Jesus Jimmy back in the day. No, they did not. What are you talking about? Back in what day? Laporte said, you in the wrong YouTube live. What do you mean? Marine, howdy. How are you doing? I'm doing well. How are you, Marine Life? The Nothing Killer said, Terrence, you need to add crown molding. That will be so nice and comfy. Crown molding? What do you mean? What is crown molding? You said it'll be so nice and comfy. What is crown? I don't know what that is. What is crown molding? The Nothing Killer. Marine Life said, hi. Thank you for saying hi. Pause the yawning. No grown man should have their mouth that wide open. I can't yawn now? What do you mean? Why do you guys do this to me? You find this, some of you find, this hilarious. You want to come in and you want to be negative and nasty? Seriously. You're happy with yourself? You like the fact that you want to sit up here and make somebody feel bad about themselves or, feel dumb or stupid? You think that's okay? You think bullying is acceptable? You think that's something that's right? No, it's not right. You should stop bullying. You should stop being negative. That's the me. Like I said, when I spoke to my management and stuff, that's the main reason why I told them. I said those people ain't my friend. You know how bad people talk. Like some of your coworkers, hell, even some family members. You know how bad they talk about people and each other. I don't have time for that. Y'all know I come on here. I do not bash my coworkers. I don't bash y'all. I'm trying to. I want to meet more exceptional people. I want to start like a movement of just positivity. It sounds weird, right? But I'm serious. And I would love it if we can all just get on that boat together and just be positive. I want more people in here. I was a live stream. It was a live stream I had, and it was super positive, and I love that. And I feel like, for the most part, like I'm gonna try my best to make it positive as I can. But like the name calling and all that, the negativity is just it doesn't make sense. Smug, I'm gonna touch you. Why would you? What are you saying? Why? What are you talking about? Marine, thanks for saying hi, Marine Life. People eating so Saturday night and going to church Sunday morning with poop on their lips. Oh God, Jimmy, you are okay. That's too much. That is too much. But even if they are, God forgives. They can repent. God, we serve a forgiving God. That's why, Jimmy, I said you're not God because you don't seem like you're forgiving. You just judge, but you're not forgiving. And God does forgive. Okay. Sonia Bonilla says hello. XQCCC XQ Triple C says get a job. This is a job. This is my job. I'm a content creator. Why are you being so negative? Why are you sitting up here doing this? Why do you find it funny or necessary to come into somebody's home, because this is my home, and say those horrible things? What are you insinuating? I'm working. I'm trying to talk to you guys. I'm trying to make America great again, just like President Trump. I'm trying to be positive. Honestly, like when I think of Charlie Kirk, and people think that I'm joking when I say this, but I think of such an amazing conservative. I think of such an amazing, young man that had his whole life ahead of him, and that probably could have been the president one day, but he didn't want to be president, and that's okay. But that's what I wanna surround myself with. Not, let me put down somebody to build somebody up. You know what I'm saying? No. Now at the end of the day, like, I don't agree with everything that President Trump does or maybe even says, but I love President Trump. I think he's doing an exceptional job. I can tell you this much: he's not condoning bullying. Even he's going to speak up for what he speaks up for what, like, in my opinion, for what's right. And even if he has a different, he takes a different avenue or a different, like, route, but you get the concept. You understand the concept, right? You have a dark side. I can see it in your eyes. Jimmy, what are you talking about? I have a dark side. You can see it in my eyes. What do you mean by that, Jimmy? Do you care to explain yourself? Because everybody can be mean, but I save lives for a living. I love people. I care about people. I don't like people. I'm just gonna. I don't know if y'all can understand that, because he like, how he love and care about, but he don't like. I just don't like some people in their ways and what they do. But I do care about people. I pray for people. I'm gonna pray for you, Jimmy. I'm not kidding. Like, I pray. Yeah, I pray before I go live, and I pray after my live. And what I do is, and God knows my heart, I include everybody, because sometimes I can't pronounce your name. You know what I'm saying? And I know some of you, this is your YouTube name, but not your real name. So I want to make sure, I'm like, God, please, every individual that has came into my live stream, no matter what, stayed for a minute, was in there for the duration. I pray to God. I pray for their health. I pray for I pray for their family's health. I manifest blessings to you. Blessings like you never go hungry. You'll always have a roof over your head. You'll always be, able body and mind. Because again, so many people don't realize how blessed it is just to be able to think. Just to be able to, be able to just get up and brush your teeth, or just, bathe, or, like, again, having a roof over your head. A lot of people don't have that. There are people out here. I walked around last night for, oh my gosh, probably for like 3.5 hours. Got a lot of steps in, a lot of working out. Y'all know I'm on this weight loss journey, and I'm losing weight. It's slow, but it's the way that I should lose it. Instead of let me lose 50 pounds in a month. Like, no, that's not I'm gonna gain 100 pounds back once I reach that goal. So I want to make this a lifestyle change. I'm making a lot of things a lifestyle change. Okay, I'm choosing positivity. I'm choosing to like walk away from all the noise. That's why I was telling my managers, I was like, I don't hate y'all. They're using hate. My managers literally use the word hate. Oh, I hate the way that so-and-so does that. And I hate when she posts that. I said, you really probably shouldn't use it. I said, but I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you this much. I don't hate nothing, and I don't hate nobody. Not even people that's coming in here and talking about my deceased mom. There's people that have came to my live and talked about my deceased mom, and I don't hate them. I pray for these people. You can think that I'm being funny and I'm just, oh, this is a show, or when I turn the camera on and then when I turn the camera off. This, I'm telling you, my right hand of God, this is me. This is me being real. You think I'm going to sit up here and deal with all this nonsense? I had to tell the guy my tennis partner, I'm like, listen, if I say that I'm having fun and that this is a blessing for me, please take it face value. Because I'm going to tell you if I don't like this or if I got a problem. I'll speak up for what's right. I don't mind by letting people know, even if it may hurt your feelings. Because what does Terrence do? Y'all remember. Now, I'm just keeping it real. Remember, I'm accountable. I hold myself accountable. So I'm going to hold you accountable. All right? I don't know if you guys have had friends like that, or you don't understand that in its entirety, but when someone is accountable, they ain't gonna let nothing slide. And I'm saying it goes both ways. Like, don't let nothing slide because, oh man, Terrence so cool. Man, he gave me some money. He did this. He did that. So let that brother slide. No, don't let me slide. I'm not taking no shortcuts through life. That's how my mom and my dad raised me. I'm not taking shortcuts through life. Cause like I said, when I would lose weight, oh my gosh, I've been on Jimmy Craig. I've done the Slim Fast. I've done like if you will, like an Atkins, and that, and people think that I'm doing it now, but more, it is keto lifestyle, but I'm still incorporating, I still eat regular things and stuff, whatever. What I'm doing is I'm just pacing myself. I am believing in myself more. I am 4 times as active as I used to be, and I've never been this active. Even when I was doing weight loss, like when my mom was alive and stuff, I never took the damn steps. I never took the stairs, but I'm taking the stairs everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna take the stairs. Somebody said, "What if it's 13th floor?" We gonna go one floor at a time with the stairs. It may take me 30 minutes for hell 20 flights of steps, but you know what? That's the devil is a lie. The devil is a lie because I park on the 6th floor and work. And when I was in Portland, Maine, I parked on the 9th floor and I walked 9 flights of steps. I walked 6 flights of steps at work where I'm at now. In Maine, I walked 9. I said, by golly, I know I can do it. If it was 13, 20 even, I know I can do it. I have to pace myself. Am I huffing and puffing when I get maybe to the 6th? Well, when I get to the 5th one here at work, I'm huffing a little bit. I'm puffing and huffing and puffing, but I'm up there. I didn't give up. I didn't give up, and that's what I want people to. If you don't take away nothing from this live stream, keep believing in yourself and never give up. That's why I love Charlie Kirk, love President Trump because they're never gonna give up. And people say, "Well, Charlie Kirk was assassinated." I'm telling you, he's in spirit. I'm telling you, still speaking, still fighting for what's right, still fighting for what's right. And there are going to be people like myself, like President Trump, like his wife Erica. Like everybody's going to speak highly, and everybody's going to keep that voice alive and well. I'm telling you, people are so mad, and people are going to they're going to become even more mad. They're going to get angrier because people. There's a lot of people out here. There are a lot of people out here in this world who want to see the world come together, who wants peace over violence and stupidity. Aren't y'all tired? Y'all ain't tired of this mess? Are you not tired of coming on YouTube, or you just find it, oh, this is my comedy. This is my comedy show. I love coming in and I love like just like disrespecting people and being mean and facetious. Why? Why do you love that? You look like a teddy bear. Anyone ever told you that? Beck, yes, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I take that as an awesome compliment, and I do have a heart. I guess I kind of am soft like a teddy bear, but I do have a heart like a teddy bear, and I want people to come in and feel love. Okay, there's a lot of people who come in and they probably going through a lot of horrible things, and so hurt people, and so they come to these live streams and they just say hateful things. But I'm not gonna say hateful things back to them. I'm not, I may make some jokes now. I may make some jokes. I can troll with some jokes, but I just don't believe in you never know where people are mentally. I don't want anybody to feel like they're being bullied or mistreated. Even when you are coming in and bullying or mistreating someone, I still have respect for people. I'm a different kind of content creator. I can tell you that. And the people who have actually met me in real life off of here, and people who are literally talking to me from off of here can attest to that. And you can call it bias if you want, but I'm telling you, I am a decent human being, and I save lives for a living. Okay, I don't want to see anybody in pain. And if you're coming in pain, I want you leaving pain free. I'm saying if it's physical, if it's mental even. That's my goal. That's my goal. Castro says hi, hello. Random, yeah. Yapper, hi. Do you live in Canada? I do not, but I've been to Quebec. I love Canada. Hell, I gambled in Canada. And I said Canada. I gambled in Canada. I love Canada. Canada is nice. Canada is nice. Um, Balt Balkanik said, Jimmy, you wish that you are Jesus. I think Jimmy does wish that he's Jesus. He's saying Jesus was Jimmy in the back in the day. I'm like, I think you reading the wrong Bible or something. Paul says, hi, hello, Paul. Samuel outdoors. Hello. So are you like an outdoorsy kind of person, Paul? Random Yapper said, who is your favorite singer? Oh my gosh. Who's my favorite singer? Okay, I'm gonna have to say it, you guys. Whitney Houston is my most favorite singer. Whitney Houston for sure. Um, for sure. Whitney Houston. I like a close second for me. Now it's like it's a tie. I was gonna say Patti LaBelle, but it's a tie between um Aretha Franklin and Patti LaBelle. I know somebody gonna say, wait a second, like they're the Queens tour or whatever. You got, Gladys Knight. You have who else is on there? Gladys Knight, Patti LaBelle. Oh, this is your. Oh, Shaka Khan. The Shaka Khan. I love Shaka Khan, but Shaka Khan ain't. I mean, she's a queen, but she ain't on that level, in my opinion. But Whitney Houston is my most favorite singer, and she will always be my most favorite singer. Paul says, hi, hello, hey, all things Key Nicole, how you doing? All things Key Nicole, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, you are a MAGA jackasses. Why would you say that? Balk Knick King, why would you say that? Why are you calling MAGAs, like, why are you calling them like jackass? Why are you calling me a jackass? I'm not a jackass. I'm not that. My name is Terrence. I'm a loving, caring individual who happens to be a MAGA supporter. And why do people do that to me? Like, why, honestly, why am I being called a sellout? What is so wrong with supporting who you want to support? And what's wrong with that? Why can't we do that? And that's why I say, I just wish the world could come together and people can stop being so judgmental. Judging is inevitable, I get it, but why you gotta come and do that? Why you gotta say something like that? Consume the goodness. Hello, hi Terrence. I hope you're doing well today. Consume the goodness. I am doing well. I appreciate you for coming in. How are you? Thank you so much. God bless you for coming in. Balkanik said, you mean make America Trump the dump again? Okay, I think you're being very disrespectful, and I don't understand that. At the end of the day, you still have to be, you still should want to be respectful. And your comments are they look disrespectful. In my opinion, you're being disrespectful, and you're being disrespectful on purpose because you think it's funny. It's not funny. It's absolutely unnecessary, and it's mean. And mean is not okay. In my opinion, mean is being evil. Zagrees said, you need to calm down, ma'am. Are you talking about me? What do you mean, ma'am? I am a sir. Okay? I am a sir. But on top of that, I am calm. I don't need to calm down. I think that you need to come in and you need to be more respectful. Harishi, it says, hi, hello, FDT. I don't know what that stands for. I hope it's something positive. And you said Taco Man. Okay, I like tacos. What's wrong with tacos? Am I a taco man? So what is that? What, that's supposed to be a bad, degrading name or something? What's the deal with that? Like, why are you guys coming in and being weird? Zacrease, that message is held because you're saying a bad word. I wish that you wouldn't drop the F bombs, like, because it's gonna be held. Like, I don't understand that. Random Yapper says, guys, stop being mean. Exactly. Stop being so dang mean and rude. Like for real, what's the end game? Does it make y'all feel better when you come in and you be mean to people? People who are trying to get to know you? I'm a content creator. I come on, I'm trying to just share like what I have going on in my life and in my country and in my state within this city, and I try to be positive, and then this is what I get. Thank you so much, Random Yapper, for saying that. Guys, stop being mean. Let's be nice. What? Yeah. So what is it? If you're nice, you don't want to be in a live stream because nice is nice boring. Nice is exceptional. Nice is amazing. Um, for instance, so I had a letter, and with this condo, and it's like the renewal letter, the leases, all that. Gonna have to renew it, and so I called to the realtor office, and I got the young lady who I was very agitated with, and she knew that, and but that was some weeks ago because she did play with my time, and to be honest, I still feel like they lied. But I don't hold grudges. I called. I was very respectful, and you could even hear on the phone like how happy she was. The fact of the matter, like I'm not like I wasn't being like too forward with her, and I was, I was just I'm just being my normal self. Like I can be aggressively professional. I'm not somebody who just gonna be flat out nasty and disgusting, but maybe you guys will receive it that way. But like honestly, coming in and just saying horrible things and stuff, whatever, that's being disrespectful. I call and I'm like, hello, how are you today? I'm calling on behalf, I'm calling in regards, with the letter that I got, and I don't think I can send it out. But she was like, oh, well, you just saying this is great. I'm making notes. I said, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Just being kind, not overly kind, not fake, but just being myself. You guys come in here and be yourself. I promise you. I know I don't get to all the I don't like read the comments as they come in, but I'm going to get to these comments, and I want to make everybody feel like they're appreciated, and I appreciate you all. But I don't understand the nasty and the negativity. I don't get it. That's why when I'm at work, I barely talk to people now because I don't have time for so and so telling me how horrible the other person is when she or he know damn well you talk, y'all don't do this, y'all don't do this. I'm not perfect, but I stand out because I step away from the noise. So I know I got people saying that, oh, he too good to come in here. I don't have to go into any OR lounge. And because I don't go into a lounge, that don't mean that I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody. I don't like some people, but I don't hate nobody. So stop with the hate, you guys. Stop with the hate. More love, no hate. Not more love, less hate. More love, no hate. Zagreus, that comment is so unnecessary. You said F my feelings and you called me the C word. You said F my feelings and you called me the C word. That is just that's so disgusting. That is so disgusting. Why would you want to say something like that to somebody? Why would you want to do that? Why? That's not how you treat people. Don't say that. I forgive you. Plate Stacker 2000 said, do you think the generals agree with Hegseth and Trump during the week's all hands meeting? I do. I do. I really do. I really do. And I hope that, let me just, how can I put this in a nice way? Lord, no, I've been watching our president. I've been watching President Trump. And I'm like, please don't do that, don't do that, don't do this. Like, as far as his delivery, sometimes his delivery is off. I just hope that um, I want him to stand his ground, which I know he always will, but like be a little less aggressive. And because I feel like it's gonna. I don't want him to upset people. But again, that may be contradicting. Um, but I'm just saying, I feel like sometimes that is his intentions. I'm gonna be real. Like y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm accountable. Like I dot my I's, cross my T's. I'm a realistic person. So I know sometimes it is intentional. He does things, and I just hope that he can pull that back and you know, be in agreement and be supportive. You are a good man. Ignore the naysayers. Random yapper. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Um, Harishi Edit says, please. What do you mean? Plate stacker. Did he fall asleep? Me? No. Random yapper said, hi. You are a very good man. Okay. Thank you, Random yapper. Plate stacker. 2000 of you met extraterrestrials and they told you to worship one of them for salvation, would you? Absolutely not. Like, I believe that there's aliens out there. And now they might not be one of they probably don't want to be called an alien, like we don't want to be called no racial slurs. But I do think it's other life out there in the world. You guys, it's like so many more planets. I mean, when you think about it, it's a lot. Scientists are amazing, brilliant. I wanted to be a scientist. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a lot of things. But something out there, it does exist. But I'm not going to. I believe in God, okay, and I worship God. I don't worship anybody else. Um, Dark. I'm not even gonna say that word. You said why God don't love gay. God loves everybody. God loves everybody. I don't know who you've been talking to, but God loves everybody. He loves everybody. What are your thoughts on Republican redrawing voting districts to exclude black voters? I'm gonna say this right here. I don't know who's your source, and I don't know why you coming in here and um saying things like that. But I'm gonna say this. In my opinion, I'm being so serious, and it's my opinion, and I know you might get upset by this, but I do think things like that is the problem, is the issue. Okay? Because black, white, everybody is equal. Even though people may not think that, but everybody is equal. We gotta stop with this nonsense now. Okay, yes, slavery existed, okay, and racism still does exist, but there are a lot of people of different ethnicities that are doing amazing things, and that damn for sure voting more. And no, like that's illegal, and that's not even no. I'm not buying into that. Like I'm gonna need you to like. I don't know what you're talking about, and why. Like I think people think that I don't. Y'all probably think I'm coming on here and I'm just yapping. I'm just talking. You don't really understand that I am a skilled. I'm very intelligent, intellectual individual. Like I know a lot of y'all just try to get a rise, and it's not gonna happen. Like you coming in, you saying things that are just absolutely not true, and for me, that's like an abomination. Like don't do that. Why are you? Why do we want to continue to stir up like nonsense? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. At the end of the day, like a lot of black people voted for President Trump. President Trump is a part of the Republican Party. A lot of black people voted for President Trump. A lot of black people didn't want to vote for, Vice President Kamala Harris at the time. They didn't want to vote for her. Hey, Chillwood Crew, how you doing, Chillwood Crew? Chillwood Crew says, hey, Terrence, blessings to you always. Blessings to you as well, Chillwood Crew. And then she says, hello, chat, blessings. Thank you for blessing the chat. I feel like the chat, some people in here does need maybe more than some. You're probably a good person, but you're aligned with people who don't have your freedom and rights in mind. Plate Stacker 2000, absolutely not true. I don't know why you're saying that. Who are you talking about? Are you talking about because I support Trump and I supported Charlie Kirk? You're saying that they don't have, you're saying this, they don't have my freedoms and rights in mind? What are you talking about? Like, for real. What are you talking about? I think people need to, like, here's the deal. Y'all want me, some of y'all want me to do the homework for you, but no, y'all need to do the homework. Start researching people more. Research, how about you do it? Research more about President Obama. I'm not trying to come from Michelle, but research them more. Research them way more. And you'll find out things that let me tell you this, you ain't gonna want to research because you're gonna find out some things. You're gonna be like, whoa, what, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But so you ain't gonna want to research. But if you really look into certain things, you would see that I'm just keeping it real. And research me, research everybody, research what you don't know, or just research. And you may stumble upon things that will just blow your mind. I'm telling you, people don't understand what's going on in their own countries. They don't understand what's going on in their own households, let alone their country. Think about it. Now, did I not just say a word? Come on now. You know some of y'all don't understand because I'm telling you, I was like that. I didn't know what was going on. You know when I was younger, and so in school they talk about the ways to vote and all that, and register to vote and all that good stuff. And I had registered to vote, but I was going based off. I mean, honestly, I was like looking at this like, okay, well, like even back when Bill Clinton was president and stuff, it's like, okay, well, people saying they like him and this and this and that, but Bill Clinton was cool, but they said they like him, they do this, but not even understanding that, okay, and then you got the fake commercials coming up, you got all these things, they like to pull things like, from people past, and maybe something that probably wasn't nice. We all have a history, right? We all have a past, and sometimes it does come back to bite you in the ass. Me, I'm an open damn book. I know for a fact I have wronged some people. Now I ain't never harmed somebody as far as like killing nobody. Like I save lives for a living. I ain't never done nothing like that. But there's people who have probably have killed some people. Probably have, hurt some people in a way that it's like, okay, it's almost unrepairable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it real. And I'm not trying to sit up here. I mean, a sin is a sin is a sin is a sin. I get that. But let me just put it like this. Let me just kind of go back to what I'm saying. People need to do their research because y'all are clearly, you are misinformed. But you think that I'm the one that's misinformed. So that's why I say I'm the one that's being called a sellout because I'm not misinformed. But you guys, some of y'all are misinformed. And you just, at the end of the day, this is how messed up some people are. Right now, if President Trump pops out a stimulus, the same people that, be it white, black, Hispanic, Asian, whatever the case may be, Indian, Filipino, whatever the case may be, some of the same people. I'm saying that those people from those people who have came over to the USA and have became a citizen of this beautiful country, right? That we are in the process of making great again. Okay, I want to be clear, but it is beautiful though. It's beautiful. I love America. I really do. I love America, and it's just like America is going through some things right now, some very hateful things. But But I'm saying that President Trump right now says, "Oh, I'm gonna give everybody who's a U.S. citizen at this very moment $5,000." Do you realize how many people gonna sit up here that just the ones that were so negative and so doubting of him be like, "Oh, he's the coolest president now. He this." See, money sometimes, in my opinion, I feel like for some people, money just make people just, it makes them smile. It makes them happier. Y'all can have that. Because if you're able-bodied, able-mind, you're able to go and make money. You're able to put your best feet forward and make money and do things to secure the bag. Okay, so that, in my opinion, it shouldn't be an issue. But again, I know some people are gonna say, Terrence, you're doing too much. You're saying too much because you got different resources. No, I have the same resources as you have. Well, I'm not now. This gonna sound mean too. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to be mean because I'm not a negative person and I'm not an evil person. But my mama, y'all can blame my mama. You can blame my father. God bless me with a remarkable woman and a remarkable man that just happened to be my parents. And I'm telling you, like, they instill so much in me. They instill so much in my sisters. Here's the deal. The apples don't fall too far from the tree. I'm telling you. Like, legit, I can take care of myself. My sisters, Josie the Truth, is taking care of herself. Is doing a beautiful job doing that. Keisha, Queen is doing a great job doing that. We were raised by elite people. And I'm not, see this, like I say, this is gonna come off as me, but I gotta say it. I do feel like the people that just feel like, oh my gosh, like, yes, it's hard. It's hard for a lot of us. And it ain't just black people. It's hard for whites. It's hard for a lot of people. And the people who don't understand that, I feel like y'all probably really hadn't gone through things or probably weren't raised by people who have gone through certain things. That's all I'm saying. Now, I'm not trying to say, because I know somebody came on here, well, somebody I talked with a long time ago was like, my father should have raised you. And I just thought to myself, like, that was such a slap in the face. To say that was such a slap in the face because you're saying that my mom and my father didn't do a good job raising me. Now, I'm not telling you guys that. I'm not saying that your father or your mother didn't do a good job raising you. I'm just saying my mom and dad raised me as well as my sisters to have this mindset. So the mindset, my mom, if she was alive today and if she could just sit right beside me and she could, do YouTube with me, she would say, stop complaining and get off your ass. My mom would say just like that. Stop complaining and get off your ass. What is complaining gonna do? Where is that gonna get you? And I'll be like, but why are you saying but? You should have already get off. You should have already been off your ass and make the situations that you have a problem with, make them disappear. Get to work. Get you a game plan. Do y'all have a game plan? My right hand to God, I have to send Maine, because Maine doesn't want to give me my state tax and stuff, and it's so irritating. It's like, it's $600, but it's like $600 that I could use. And it's like, wow, like they need extra stuff or whatever and stuff. And that's what the woman who, did my taxes, she said. But okay, my game plan, I have a to-do list. Like for today, I have a to-do list for the weekend. That's why I don't know how to explain this. But that's why, like, I'm to myself. I love talking to people. I love coming on here. I love engaging, but I'm telling you guys, it is a part of my job. I really do enjoy it. I hope y'all enjoy the live streams. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can have some type of open mind, and then when you leave and be like, man, you know what? That freaking dude actually kind of inspired me, encouraged me a little bit. He crazy as hell, but he actually was uplifting because I have a game plan for the things that I have to get done. And if you want to call it a to-do list, if you want to call it like whatever you want to call it and stuff, like chores, if you will, but I have a game plan. I have to get these things done. Why do I have to get these things done? To better myself. I got to stop procrastinating. Yes, we procrastination is a negative thing. Stop procrastinating. What are you waiting for? Why do you keep making excuses? Why do you keep making excuses? And that's, I mean, Charlie Kirk, oh my gosh, may he rest in peace, said the same thing. And he upset so many people. Because one black girl comes on, very educated black woman, and obviously she's having a debate. She does come on with some attitude, and I'm not trying to sit up here and be a sellout and be like, oh, black girl with the attitude. But the girl had damn attitude. If a white person or a Hispanic person came with the same energy, they would have had an attitude just as well as she did. That woman had an attitude. So anyway, basically she's like, well, we ain't got the, there's not the same resource. There's not this. And he's like, well, I can assure you in that state, within those cities, the school gets the same amount of funding. And you know what it is? Fact. Fact. And let's just talk about Chicago, Illinois. Fact that the bad side, people want to call the ghetto or the bad or the hood, which does have a lot of black people. It has some different, other ethnicities and stuff, but predominantly black folks say, oh yeah, they don't get the same resource. They don't have the same funding. They have the same funding, and it's been proven the same funding that, like, the neighborhood that has predominantly the white people, and even some Asians or whatever the case may be, but these schools get the same funding. What is happening? What is happening is your principals, your superintendents, these people that are higher up on this school board, they're not dispersing this money. And you know what? My right hand of God, I'm telling you, I had to look into, even because I had to fact check her and Charlie Kirk. And this is this is a while back. I'm telling you, this is like what 2 years ago I did this. That's why I'm saying, guys, this is not something that I just conjured up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was afraid to talk about President Trump when I first started YouTube, and I was afraid to talk about people like Charlie Kirk, people like Candace Owen, people like Nancy Grace. Y'all can go back. Like I've talked a little bit about that. But I didn't talk a whole lot about it because I don't want to be judged, right? I was afraid of being judged. And now I don't care. Now I'm at the point where it's like, damn, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Well, if you're going to try to assassinate me, take me out of this world, or just assassinate my character, well, I'm going to speak my truth. And that's what I want you guys to do. Speak your truth. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to say, okay, what it really is. And what it really is in that particular situation. And I'm just keeping it real. That school, which was made up, though some of those schools in the neighborhood, which is made up of a lot of black people, at the end of the day, they're not dispersing this money to the children like they should. Now, I'm not saying all those teachers and all those officials and stuff and people on that people that's on the school board or whatever the case may be, but they're just not doing right by the school. We see it in black churches. You guys, like. Have you? Oh my gosh! I can't. It's like, because I don't know if you guys if you understand what I'm saying, because this is just my opinion. But I've gone to Montana, I've gone to Anchorage, Alaska, I've gone to Colorado, I've gone to a lot of states that, I mean, there are black people, but obviously there's predominantly white people. And what happens when I go to those places and stuff, and people find out, man, you know God, you're a Christian. I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, I invite you to my church. I've been invited to so many churches, and I just pray hard because I've been invited to some churches where I'm like, I know I can't come here again, But I have gone to some churches, and I'm like, already I can see, like I can see they say preacher and stuff. I say pastor, and he's preaching the sermon and stuff, and I'm in church, okay. Collection plate at that church. And I'm telling you, it's like pretty much almost all white. They did have like it was like a Filipino guy there. This is in Colorado, and sure enough, collection plate one time. From what I can see, now I don't know everything, but I'm looking at the pastor. I see his car. driving a damn Camry. I'm the one that's like automatic star Maldonado, and that was years ago. I'm being serious and get into a Camry. Just that church, the pastor himself was in jeans and like a Wrangler shirt. Now I ain't gonna lie, you know, I'm Southern Baptist. I'm a Christian and stuff, whatever. But my mama didn't play that. No, y'all gonna dress up. You gonna and my grandma definitely didn't play that. Y'all gonna dress up. And it ain't gonna be, and I know, it's like, come as you are. I get that, but my mom raised us like that, so you can take that up with her. And like I said, she's deceased, and I don't think that's a bad thing. But you can still come as you are, and that's exactly what that church did. But my point is saying this. I've also gone to say, so I was in Frisco, Colorado, going to that church, predominantly white. But then I also did assignments in Aurora. I did assignments in Boulder, Colorado. I did assignments in Denver, Colorado. And yes, indeed, what happens? Yeah, I've traveled for over 17 years. I've been to 32 states, okay? I've been over, I'm not gonna lie, the last time I counted with my dad, it was like around 64 actual hospitals that I've actually stepped foot in, be it a surgical center, some like surgical centers, but most are hospitals, be it level ones, level twos, critical access, community hospitals, privately owned, charitable. But anyway, I've been to a plethora of places. But when I tell you, I was like, man, like the pastor drives like a Camry. I remember telling my mom this because I was just like, wow, like they wearing jeans, they wearing this. I mean, it was some women in there with some beautiful dresses. It was some men that not all men had on Wranglers, is it, and cargo shorts and all that stuff and boots, but the majority of them did. And that was in like Frisco, Colorado area. Sure enough, when I went to Denver and stuff, which was like more black people, and I'm not trying to diss my black people. That's why I say this is why people calling me a sellout, because I'm telling the truth. Though that pastor, that preacher, that pastor, oh my gosh, had like a freaking and I'm not trying to say he can't, but it's just like, now you sitting up here with this beautiful Range Rover, and then you got people that has to carpool to church. You got people that, I don't know, does that have to depend on the van and all that stuff to get to church. And I'm not trying to say, okay, that pastor needs to just stop what he's doing and just give all his money away or do things, but come on now. It just doesn't make sense. The church, the church gets this funding and people help out both types of churches. But the white church, they actually do help the families. And then you have the black church that's not really helping the families. How many times have people told me that when I work? I don't care to know this, but they're telling me this. They're telling me that, oh yeah, I've had strangers when I've worked and stuff, whatever, come to me and be like, hey, if you have it, can I borrow 100? Can I borrow a couple hundred? And sometimes I had it, sometimes I didn't, but the most part I did. But I'm not. This is not me trying to make myself look good. Okay, my point is trying to. I want to get this through to you guys that these people went to those churches. These people being black people like myself, they would go to those churches and they would try their best to, get some type of support or aid, help, or something like that, and they will be turned down. They will be turned down. But you have grants, and you have people who naturally, just give, who probably are more well off. And even some of the white folks, like I said, were giving money to some of those black churches. But with that being said, some of the black churches, okay, that had predominantly black people, this is my point. They were not doing right by that funding. And so when Charlie Kirk said that about, no, the schools get the same amount of funding, and they did. And the proof of the matter is, if you can go research it yourself, there were people on that school board and higher up fired in Chicago, Illinois, because they were embezzling and stealing. And I'm sorry to say this, I know white people do that just as well. Every color does that, but we're talking about this particular debate, this particular situation, this occurrence, this was black people doing this. And meanwhile, the school, like this, of course, the students are not doing like as exceptional because the those resources wasn't distributed like they should have been. And I'm telling you, when you find these things out, it's like, oh, I do get bothered by that because I'm like, this is disgusting. But meanwhile, we want to sit up here and attack. We being some of the blacks, but it's other like ethnicities, not just black people, but people want to attack other people who speak the truth, but they haven't done their research. You get what I'm saying? So they getting mad. They getting mad about the truth, and the truth does hurt sometimes, but it definitely will set you free. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is that that's not the case in everything in life, but that was a fact. And the fact of the matter is, a fact is a fact is a fact. It's not a lie. It's not pseudo. It is not bend. It is not fold. It's straight. It's 100. It's 100. It's a Benjamin. It's 100. And you can't. How can you deny these things? The thing about it is, a lot of these people are so upset and they despise the fact that okay, that was brought to the forefront. But I had to do my own due diligence because sometimes you watch these videos, y'all. These videos, even when Erica releases more content, because Charlie Kirk made so many videos that he didn't even upload yet. Hell, I got so many videos that haven't uploaded yet. I know Peach McIntyre was saying she has so much content it can last her for a year. It's a lot, it's a lot that goes into it. So sometimes you edit, sometimes you don't, but it's a lot that goes into it. And also you can pick and choose your times and stuff, whatever, because I don't know, sometimes you probably got some content. I don't know why there's like a mosquito or something, but sometimes you may have some content that pertains to I don't know, like would probably fit the holidays probably more better or some but it's so anyway, all I'm saying is like I did my homework and people aren't doing their homework. So some of you guys is coming in here that's feeding into all that negativity. You're listening to somebody else and you ain't even doing your homework because really because they don't even make sense. That's all I'm saying. I know that I talk a lot of stuff, but I'm just gonna keep it 100. You said damn straight I agree. Thank you, Hamilton. St. Ives, I appreciate it. Please, Trump image hate on the daily. Okay. Does Trump want Palestine to be great again? Let me say this, Iman. This is what I'm trying to get at. Now, I think my president, Mr. President Donald Trump, wants world peace. So to answer your question, yes, but I know if you break it down and he's very aggressive, he's to the point, and it may not look like that at times, but he wants world peace. What it is, what does these other countries want? What does these other world leaders want? We all have to have a thing where we kind of see eye to eye, and a lot of times we may have to agree to disagree. You're not gonna come here and be disrespectful, especially in the in the Oval Office and disrespect the President of the United States of America. Absolutely not. You're gonna get your rights read to you as you should. And that's what I mean by you guys coming in being respectful. Be respectful. Be respectful not only to yourself, but also me and everybody else in here. And I feel like when we do that, we get better results. We get a better conclusion instead of just just a run on of negativity until next time. And you're gonna be just be positive. This is so heartbreaking to hear about how hard so many people are having it. Jesus, this is a known fact. Absolutely, Cheer World Crew. Absolutely. Play Stacker, you said your blinders got to be thick as hell to not see how much hatred Trump puts out. Oh, Lord. You know what? I guess I got a veil, blinders, and I blinded by the light. Revved up like a douche. It rumbles in the night. Blinded by the light. I'm blind. I'm a blind man who has 15/20 in both of my eyes. Both of them. Not 20/20, but 15/20. I literally just had a physical before I started my job. Before I started the job here at Lee Health Organization, I had a full physical. Full physical. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is you can say that I have blinders. You can say that I'm numb or that I'm ignorant or that I'm dumb or that I'm just like, oh, like I'm trying to like ride the coattail of somebody else and I don't have my own identity and my own mindset. Yes, I do. I'm telling you that I've done my homework. I feel like you haven't. I feel like you've done homework based off homework from others. You get my drift? And so therefore you're getting this like you're getting this fabrication of whatever. But also let me tell you this now. I can't fault you on the fact of the matter because I disagree with some things that President Trump says and maybe how he says it and gets it across. But that's the tactic. That's what he has to do in that situation, and I can understand that. I don't know if you can understand this, and I'm not being disrespectful when I say that. And I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying. Somebody was like, Dr. So and so is so mean. I said, well, okay, well, I don't really see him being mean. Maybe look, he can probably frustrate me and stuff, and probably not always friendly, but I don't see the mean. Well, Terrence, you always see the good in everybody. Okay, that's a known fact. I try to see the good in everybody. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But there are some horrible people in the world. There are horrible people. But this is my point. You in a craniotomy. You are putting the attending surgeons that are doing this neurological case are they're making burr holes, right? Burr holes in the skull. We take an incision and we because sometimes even I do. I mean, you take because I do assist, and then you guys probably don't believe that, but I really do. And sometimes depends on the hospital. So make an incision, and you take the flap back. The flap is the skin, right? You take this back, and you do a periosseous elevator to get that tissue, that fat, off of the skull. Okay, now the skull is exposed. I know this may sound horrible, but this is a surgical setting. This is not no damn Jeffrey Dahmer or something like that's just nasty. This is a surgical professional setting. We are skilled healthcare providers to do this. Yeah, I don't know. My nose is itching. I guess maybe I'm gonna come into some kind of money. But anyway, the skull is there. Now the attending surgeon is gonna he's gonna drill holes, and then he's gonna take he's gonna take a router to connect those holes and remove this bone flap. Now the brain is exposed. Like I see this every day, all day. The brain is such a beautiful, beautiful specimen. It's gorgeous. God is so amazing. No one could have done this except for God. And you can debate me all day long, but no one's gonna change my perspective about that because when you see something like that, like that's the explanation, that's the solution, that's what I come up with because God is amazing. Now, anyway, he allows us, okay, to do things right with our hands in this person's brain now. Do you know how stressful that is? And do you know some people have, unfortunately, because any case you do, and I'm not trying to scare people and stuff with surgery, but it's a chance that you might not wake up. It's a chance you can pass away on that table. My mom knew that when she had to go and have her hysterectomy. She knew that when she had to have like another surgery, personal surgery or whatever. So she knew that. She knew my dad knows that when he had his surgery. My sister Josie had a cholecystectomy. She had a gallbladder taken out. She knew she had to sign this form. Nothing is guaranteed. That's just at the end of the day, it is things put into place to have to protect, these organizations. That's just fact. That's fact. So, but what I'm trying to say is, hell yes, it's very stressful. The surgeon may be tense, but that doesn't make him out to be a bad guy or be mean. Now some have been mean, right? And ain't doing nothing nowhere near the brain. They just complete assholes. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not bothered by that. So plate stacker because I know I'm long-winded, to make this even more clear. That is your that's how you receive it. That's your receptive. That's your perspective. That's how you're receptive to these things. You're seeing it like this. And I have to say that's valid. I'm not, I can't, I don't have, I'm not in, I don't have your mind. I don't have your brain. I don't have your eyes. So I can't say, man, you seeing this all wrong. I mean, of course, we're going to tell each other this and stuff, but all in all fairness, that's probably how you see President Trump, as this mean, hateful person. And other people have said it too. People who have once voted for him have said how now they see how hateful and mean because of what he's implementing. But it's like I said, but again, let him give $5,000 to everybody. Oh, he nice, he this, oh, the great, because money gonna make some people just holler. It don't make my ass holler. It don't. It don't. At the end of the day, that's what I mean by when I explain these things. That's the way people have. That's their perspective of that person. They're receptive receptors, if you will, and that's how they receive that. And I don't receive that way. I'm telling you, people are like, what's wrong with you? You talking about so and so nice or so and so is cool or so. This woman is evil. That man is. I'm like, no, they're not. But then I also feel like maybe it has something to do with the fact that I don't hate nobody. Like, I don't hate nobody. I'm telling you, my aunt wiped my ass in the middle of the road. You heard it right. This woman has passed away now. But before she passed, long before she passed, I was sitting right beside her, talking, laughing. I had been forgiving her. Some people probably don't understand the power of forgiveness. It sounds so cliche, but it ain't for her. It's for me. Hello, people. It's for you. Y'all need to forgive. Now, I ain't trying to say forget because hell, you can't forget. I don't want you to forget. But you need to forgive. You need to move on. You need to find some type of peace to continue to receive your blessings in life and continue to bless others in life. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I told my manager. That's what I told my director. I said, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray for people here. They're not my friends. I don't have to, you ain't got to sit up here because I think that I'm just saying so much, and maybe some of y'all don't understand what I'm saying. I know I got comments I got to get to, but this is really what I think, and like I said, I know that this may be a lot to intake because it's like, man, this man is just talking like he out of his mind, like talking about forgiving the enemy and doing this and praying for the enemy. Yes, we have to do that. Y'all want to talk a big talk about being of God or being God-like and doing this and doing those things. We have a forgiving God. Now that's the part where folks I don't know. That's the part where folks be losing me at because it's like y'all want to just judge, and you don't want to be judged, but you want to judge others. But then when you're in trouble and certain things, you run to God and you ask God for forgiveness. You want to repent. You want to do this. But why can't you, when that person is asking you for for you to forgive them, why can't you do that? But you want God to do it. You want God to do it for you. That's why I'm saying, like, it's just no accountability. It's people that want to hold others accountable, but not themselves and not their actions. And that's when I can attest. Obviously, you can attest to it. I mean, the way that Charlie Kirk even debated, this man was accountable. At the end of the day, like, well, no one wants to lose a debate, but he knew, okay, hey, he even said, yeah, you're right. I can agree with that. I can agree with this. But he knew. And like I said, y'all probably watching 2-3 things, and it's not depicting everything that I'm saying. But again, to your 2 to 3 to maybe even 10 videos, I've watched over 200. Over 200. Like 2000. I've watched over that. I've watched lectures. I've read so many things about him. Like, I followed the man. This is some years back. Followed him. At the end of the day, nobody, let me just say this. I don't want to just say nobody. I want to be very careful. I feel like a lot of people just don't understand the concept of President Trump, of what Charlie Kirk, maybe what his mind, where his mindset was, because folks just, oh my gosh, like that person's so mean. Look how they were condescending, they were degrading. Yes, he interrupted people, and people interrupted him. Nobody again, but again, we are supposed to be godlike and all that. So therefore, but we're not God, but we are humans, and we've sinned, and we're not perfect. Who's perfect? It falls back to that, y'all. No one's perfect, and I know, like I said, people say, "Oh, that's a cop out." No, it's not, because no one is perfect. We got to stop this nonsense. But I must say, the things that people are kind of spewing out there and stuff, y'all saying these things, but you're saying it based off of what you're probably reading from what somebody else saw and then read about, from somebody else who was negative, instead of really getting to the actual, like, to the meat and potatoes of the story. Someone's in your back, please check. Colleen's out there behind the damn palm tree. She's trying to sneak in. She has a weapon. So I already know that. You're telling me something I know. Personal NA says someone wrote Donald Trump is the greatest president to ever exist, and if you agree for this, you don't say I don't, and forward this to the next I don't. You made me yawn. I don't know. Like, there was a lot I don't. But he is the greatest president. You can't figure it out. That's on you. Hamilton St. I says Trump is the best, and soon Vance will do even better. Hey man, I love that. Thank you so much. Love that. Plate Stacker said, I'm tired of waiting for people like you to connect the dots. Connect what dots? Hello. Hello, Coco. Thanks, Nothing Killer, for saying hello to Coco. Maga D Gamer said hi there. Hello. Donated $50. Donated 200. Come back outside. Street fight, little boy. Hey Paula. Hey, points to me. Haters gonna hate, bro. They are. It's a mind wrap once you go online, bro. Exactly. How can you be a conservative Trump supporter and believe in spreading positivity? Lord have mercy, Jesus. Lord have mercy, Jesus. And I can assure you that I'm not using Lord's name in vain. What are you even talking about? So you're saying the entire Republican Party and all conservatives are negative. And are you telling me that the Democrats, are you telling me that the Democrats, the liberals are all, so now you're saying they're all positive? You have a negative and positive in everything in life, on the battery, everything in life. It actually balances each other. It actually balances itself out. I'm not saying that everything that's okay far as the conservative side. I've already said this. I feel like I sound like a broken record. Nobody is 100% positive. Nobody is perfect. That this Republican Party they've made some mistakes, damn straight. But so has the Democratic side. The Democratic side has made mistakes as well. This is so trivial, you guys. This is so petty. Stop that. Why wouldn't I want to support something that is incredible? But then also, why can't I be positive? You're trying to say that what? Like, so you're telling me that President Trump is negative and hateful, so there's no positivity. But do you realize how many people he have helped? How many black people he have helped? How many people are just of any type of ethnicity he has helped? You don't. I feel like you're not really paying attention to the things that you're putting in the chat. The Nothing Killer, you already have the baseboards and chair rails. The crown molding will finish it off. It's decorated material that also protects your walls, floors, and ceilings. Oh, I'm so behind. Thank you. Can you send a shout out for my HB Gert? Shout out HB Gert. You look like Rue from X. Okay, I don't know what that is. Hey, Vereen from India. Hello. Hello. Listen, bro, I don't want to argue with you, okay? What? Thanks, Zayna Marie. God bless you. Okay, at this point, I'm not going to all day gamer. Thank you so much. Our judgment is imperfect, but God is perfect. If we use guys to judge others, we are judging righteously. Consume the goodness. Absolutely, it's a sad thing to see how many equate calling out sin to judging them. We pray, Amen. Come on now, thank y'all so much. Oh, y'all giving me chills, goosebumps. Big man, consume the goodness. Isn't it their life though? Like it's their business whether they drink or party. Zeta Marie said, "We are to judge for ourselves, but not to try and damn or redeem who we believe will be damned or redeemed." Consume the goodness says, right as Zeta Marie, we are not to condemn. We are called to call out sin in our fellow brothers and sisters in Christ with love and respect. Absolutely, like religion should be a private matter, not communal. What one believes is what one believes in is their business, whether they want to be an atheist or Hindu or Christian or Muslim. Look, big man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I support what you're saying. I have somebody in my life who's an atheist. I do consider this person a friend, but I don't want y'all getting confused. It's not the person that was on here on YouTube, because that person was never my friend. That person was the enemy and was the devil for sure. But no, I actually also I work with a renowned surgeon in California who is an atheist. He still is an atheist. This man, like, he's a urologist. He does such a beautiful job. And he has saved so many people's lives, but he don't believe in God. Now, am I to be like, okay, I want to work with him and judge him? No, I just, you know what, I do pray. Okay, but as just as much as I talk about God, and or just as much as say he doesn't talk about God and stuff, whatever, but I'm not going to bash the fact that he's an atheist, and long he doesn't bash the fact that I'm a Christian, okay, that I'm a believer. And I work well with him. I've been to that hospital so many times, and I've always enjoyed working with him. This is the problem too. Like, folks are judging, and judging is inevitable. But people don't understand that at the end of the day, it is that individual's life. And I know, even I love how you guys are putting it. Like, you're judging, like, like righteously because you have Christ when you do that and you're calling out the sin. So that's absolutely a fact. But my deal is I go a little deeper and I'd be like, okay, God, you have your way, but I'm gonna let the individual do what they do. And I'm not gonna allow it to affect me. I don't know if that makes sense or not and stuff, whatever, but yeah, like I do feel like, okay, God has given us free will. In the end, if we're messing up or whatever the case may be, I'm sorry, I'm hitting this thing. If we messing up or whatever the case may be, that's on that individual, and how God is going to judge them. That's how I look at it. If I use God's words, which is also God, I'm only a messenger, not the judge. Big man, yeah, we all have choices to make in our own lives. Absolutely. If someone I love is doing something that leads them to harm, I will definitely say something to help them go in a better direction. Um, Zana, if I'm only bringing the message that God has, then I'm not the one to blame. Zana Marie said, I just shared scripture and people start questioning what I mean. Hey, bro, can you speak in Hindi? I cannot. The Bible tells us that our salvation and relationship with Him is not a private matter. We are called to be salt and light in the world, not hide His goodness and keep it to ourselves. But you don't know what's good for them, or if they need your advice, consume the goodness. Sometimes the most evil person you see will go to church every week. Sometimes the kindest people will be an atheist. Now, big man, big, are you a professional debater? because I ain't gonna lie. Like I can't, like I'm not, and I will not disagree with you. I'm just keeping it real. But I understand what Consuming God is saying, the Nothing Killer. I really do understand what y'all saying. Like I'm not trying to be funny or whatever stuff, but I love this. I think that these are the interactions that we need, and I pray to God we can all have some understanding, even if the understanding ends up before I end the live is okay. I agree to disagree. I love that. We don't have to sit up here and bash each other. We don't have to be hateful towards each other. Let's just come to some type of understanding about what is really going on. Christian's Yap chat section. Iman, like, here's the problem with you. See, you're just being negative. I don't care, atheist. I don't care what you do or whatever the case may be. You believe this, you don't believe this, but why do you have to be negative? This is all I'm saying. Why can't you use your words like some others in here and actually like bring some to the table without like just being straight nasty? To me, I think that's horrible. Zayna, your last postulation was not scripture. This isn't to say we are forced it on people. We do it all in a loving way, and what others do with the things we do or say in their own choice. All in love, my friend. I love that. I think that's important to put that in there. Thank y'all so much. Greetings, my oily people. Okay, greetings to you. Please, Lena, please don't get me wrong. I understand that what you're saying, but I'm also furthering information for knowledge. Zayna, hang in there. You'll see what I'm showing. Paul Brady, hello, my baldy head, Mr. Baldy Head. Hello, thank you so much for coming in. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so basically you're saying the 1+1. So like the you were saying like with the marriage like between like a woman, man, and the child equals the family. Is that's what it is, right? That 1+1 plus that 1+1 + 1 equals 1. Newbie King said hi, but we are also called to be kind. Trump says he can cure autism. Are you in consume the goodness? Shoot, I never. So I don't take advice from fat people. I am okay. Yes, I'm fat, but I used to be 478 pounds. I've lost some weight. I've lost over 192 pounds, and this shirt is huge on me. It's a Terrence kind of thing shirt, and you can get yours too from my store. I have my merchandise and stuff. Actually, I think I should have it linked here. If you press the $sign, you can see it. Oh, you guys, you can send super chats. You can send super sticker. Super chat, super thanks. I'm sorry, super chat, super stickers here. Super thanks is like on the video itself. And then also gifts. You can still do that and stuff. But yeah, I mean, what you're saying is true. I'm a fat guy, but I'm not as fat as I used to be. But I feel like skinny people don't give good advice all the time, and fat people give good advice sometimes. So. You're being nasty, but whatever. Newbie King, bro, he isn't fat. Stop being a jerk. Or the man say he is. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I am a big person. Okay, so let me just break this down. Let me break this down for the trolls. So before I started my weight loss journey, I was looking at a scale. The scale is what the scale is what like FDA medical professionals use. So you have morbidly obesity, okay? Then you have obesity, and then you have severely overweight, and then you have overweight, and then you have normal range of weight. Then you have less than normal, and then you get into the whole thing like anorexia, bulimia, and this. I mean, just whatever. Because anything, it's crazy how it is on the scale because it's absolutely horrendous from A, and then the body it gets better, but then like on down like to the conclusion, it's still horrendous because you have morbidly obesity. But at this given point, I am overweight. So at least I came down from those levels. So you can't tell me nothing. Like I'm telling you, I played 3 hours of tennis. I've walked my ass off last night. I'm gonna get some more steps in. I only take the steps. I only take the stairs. My right-handed guide. I haven't been on the elevator in so long. That is crazy to me, you guys. I used to do all these Elevator Chronicle videos. Y'all can look them up. Elevator Chronicles, Elevator Chronicles. I used to just show myself getting on the elevator, getting off the elevator, dancing in the elevator. Now it's me just taking the stairs, taking the steps. So at the end of the day, you can come and you can say these things, but they're not going to impact my life in a negative way because I know my self worth. I know who I am. Bro, you don't have anything better to do than call a random guy on YouTube fat. Should I finish my homework? It's 3 weeks overdue. I don't know what's going on, but it's 4 a.m. for me. Have a good day. Well, I think you should probably finish your homework if it's that overdue. You look like Steve Harvey. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Thank y'all so much. Yes, you got it. Yay, Terrence. Thank you so much. Now we choose life or death in all things. I have to go, but I enjoyed hanging out. Have an awesome weekend, everyone. Consume the God is you. I'm sorry. I always say God is consume the goodness. Thank you so, so, so much. I appreciate you so much. In Genesis, we were given free will after the original sin. Free will was taken and later replaced with freedom of choice. Um, the Nothing Killer says, Dahlia, oh, hello. Hi, sorry. Oh, Lord, says, well, well, well. Zayn says, hi, Unc, how are you? I'm doing really well. How are you? Thank you for speaking. Dressing appropriate for church is about respect. Yeah. So that's what my mom even said that. That is so crazy you just said that. Like honestly, my mom literally verbatim said that. She said, "No, we're gonna be respectful," and she was meaning you're gonna be respectful before God, and you're gonna be respectful before yourself. And it's not like, oh, let's just be the fanciest, let's do this, but just no jeans and no shorts. Now again, it's kind of crazy because in the South now you see a lot of different things, but you gonna see the women dressing like it's like, okay, what is going on? They gonna have the big hats, they gonna have the big dresses. Excuse me. They're gonna have the big dresses and all that, and that's just what the South does. But like I said, when I went to Colorado, I was like, man, they got the cargo shorts, they got the like regular jeans and stuff. I was just like, wow, this was so different. I still got these meshes held for review. Um, that was very inappropriate. I mean, I know y'all can't see it, but I can see it. And calling me that, if it makes you feel better, okay, keep calling me that. But that's just so horrible. Um, the nothing. Yes, respect God, congregation, and yourself. Absolutely. The Nothing Killer says best you. Oh, thank you so much, the Nothing Killer. Yeah, I just sneezed. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got some allergies. I'm gonna look at this view message again. Wow, that's horrible that you would say something like so terrible like that. Wow, I don't. Like I said, I think some of you guys are just so puzzled and you're troubled, and you just need a little bit more of Jesus. And I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna pray for you. Um, just know that what you're saying doesn't make me sad. It will never make me hate myself. It will only make me love myself more. Yeah, whatever you want to say. I mean, you have every right to say what you want to say. Let me put it like that. Even though does that sound crazy, but you got every right. It's your right to say those things, but it's also God has given me control over my life, right? And if I don't choose to receive that, I don't have to receive that. See, that's the problem. People are like, how you go on live and folks come in and out, and they say some of the most terrible things, and you just sit there and just deal with it, cause I don't, cause I'm not receptive to that. I'm not listening to the noise. It doesn't consume me. It doesn't involve me. It doesn't, and that's why I say I wish that when people do that, and then they try to attack even the people in the chat, not even just me being the host. I just wish that those people be like, okay, God bless you, and keep it moving. Don't give those folks your energy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And I think it's gonna be healthy for you in the long run. It'll be healthy for you in the long run. Well, you guys, okay, it's 2:30. Wow, it is 2:30, and we have been live for a little bit, well, a little bit under 2 hours, which is okay. I just want to say I appreciate y'all so much for being in here. I might go live again. Okay, I might go live again. You have another comment? I don't know what that even means, vocal, but you're being very disrespectful. I know you are. Um, Yeah, I might go live again. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all for being in here. Remember, you guys, we're butterflies. We fly above all negativity. We're all things positive. We have an endless amount of possibilities, so therefore we can do whatever we put our minds to. Don't you let nobody distract you from your purpose and your goals. Don't you let nobody distract you. It's people that's going to be put up, put placed in your life to have distractions. Don't you let them. Don't you let them. Um, like I said, I love and appreciate you all, trolls and all. God bless you. And have a beautiful rest of your day. And have an amazing weekend. All right. Bye.